What's up, guys? Welcome back again to Pimp Destro, back again with another action figure review. Sorry for my long hiatus, guys. I've actually been traveling for work and doing a little bit of college, so I've been super busy. Really the only thing I've been able to do is work and a couple video games here and there, and then school, of course. But I haven't really opened any of the action figures that I was supposed to towards the end of the year, so we're going to get to that. But I did add something. I found him at a store nearby, and it is a Wave 1 Transformer, and it is actually the Transformers Legacy Kickback. And I've kind of eyeballed this guy before. I've seen him on the same store shelf and was like, man, he looks cool, but do I really need him? And then the other day, just kind of out of an impulse, I picked Kickback up. And this is a Decepticon. He is kind of a grasshopper, and takes only 14 steps to actually get this guy transformed from the robot mode towards his like cricket or grasshopper mode. So it's really cool. Very standard packaging. This is Wave 1 packaging, so this is the first wave that was released in 2022. I'm just getting around to them. They also had Drag Strip. They had RC and who was it? Skids. So all the Wave 1 figures they had. So I may go back and pick a couple of those up. Some of them I really don't really care for. Other than that, on the back it does describe that it is 14 steps. So this guy should be a quick and easy transformation. Nothing too crazy, hopefully. But you never know. We've seen it with these recent Transformers, how difficult they can be, especially for me as a new Transformers collector to transform. I've broken a couple already. It's pretty bad. But other than that, guys, please stay tuned while I do get this guy out of the box and we get him transformed. All right, guys. Well, now we have Kickback actually out of his package, the Wave 1 Transformers Legacy figure that I haven't had the chance to actually get him. And honestly, this figure looks really, really cool. I love the uses of translucent plastics all throughout this figure, whether it be the yellow chest piece, his blades, or his wings. It's really, really a great touch. And I haven't seen it actually on any of the newer Transformers Legacy figures. But before we get to the action figure itself, on the back of all of these, or most of the Transformers Legacy figures, you'll find a QR code. And so it pulls up a little bit of information about the actual character himself, which I think is a really awesome idea. So Kickback, he is a Decepticon. Of course, you have the little image up top. His alt mode is Grasshopper. His function is Espionage. Special unit Insecticon, and he's from the G1 universe. Signature weapons are these Energon blades that you see him wielding right now. Bio. Kickback is an espionage expert, making allies only to manipulate them to further his own agenda. So he is kind of like a spy character. And these are a couple of his skills. So he does have 3 strength, 9 intelligence, 4 speed, and 5 damage or projectile attack. So not quite sure what that one is. So, but really awesome. I'm glad that they actually do provide that with each individual action figure so that we can read out on our character a little bit more. It'd be awesome if they like put like a notable comic or TV episode that they appear in and give a really good first appearance of this character. So getting back to the figure, so I do have both of his Energon blades actually being posed in a separate way. In his left hand, I do have it actually being wielded as like a sword. On the right arm, he's got his blaster with him. And he does have the Energon blade actually inside of a little peg hole right here, which you can also put on his shoulder. So these blades can sit a little bit higher. You can mix and match. I prefer to keep it on his wrist, but if you wanted to do like a double blade, you could do that. And honestly, this might be what I'm aiming for. Overall, this character in robot form looks really cool. The one thing that I did notice right off the back, or right out of the bag, is that he has like a little bit of a bent antenna. So his right antenna actually bends in a little bit further than his left. And if it's supposed to be like that, awesome. From the other ones, there was like 2 other ones there. And I believe they look the same, but I thought these might be articulated so you can move them back and forth or whatnot, and so that's why I thought it was bent, but apparently not. It might need to be like that, so it gives a little more character to this character. It doesn't look bad. I just hope it's not like a defect. But the paint itself looks really awesome. You've got your yellows, blacks, silvers, and purples that I think really complement this figure, as well as the kind of translucent silver white wings that he has. But articulation's pretty standard for this figure. Has some decent range in his knees. They're not really double jointed, kind of like some of the other figures I've experienced where they have a great range of mobility. And he also has these little grasshopper spikes on the back here, kind of like spurs. The arms go out, bend at the elbow, and you can get some good articulation with the elbow and kind of pivot on that, so not too bad. And then we got some waist articulation, nothing in the chest. And his head actually has more articulation than some of these other Transformers, so that's really awesome. He can kind of bobble it down. He can kind of almost look down, if you can see right there. Let's see if you can look up, slightly up, and then 360 spin. Other than that, really cool figure. Let's do a quick size comparison with another Wave 1 figure, and that is Dragstrip. So these two guys look very, very unique. You got a Stunticon and an Insecticon standing side by side, and I think they look awesome. Pretty similar deluxe class proportions, so no surprise there. One isn't bigger than the other, and really anyway, size up with each other pretty good. But overall, guys, I really, really love this robot form of Kickback. I think it's really unique and is going to look great on my shelf. So please stay tuned as we transform this guy, and we'll look at his robot mode as the Grasshopper. All right, guys, now that we have Kickback transformed into the Grasshopper mode, boy, this definitely takes the cake for probably the ugliest transformation. It literally, to me, looks like a Transformer holding a plank or something like that. And it really, you can kind of see the 14 steps, but they're dramatically, like, you would think it would have something a little more ingenuitive, I suppose, but it's pretty simple. You take the little, the back off the legs and do a little thing with the arms, and then turn the head around, and you basically have Kickback as a Grasshopper. So it's pretty cool, not gonna lie. I will keep him in the robot mode, but overall, yeah, definitely the ugliest probably, but not the worst Transformer in my book. I think he is really redeemed by the paint, the translucent plastics, and just kind of the campiness of the character himself. Kickback is really, really cool, and I think if you can get this guy for a little bit of a deal, why not pick him up and add him to your Decepticons? But this is him beside Dragstrip again, and like, I mean, you can really tell that him in the robot mode, so it's not bad at all. But this is Kickback, everybody. I was just trying to knock out a really quick review. There's some more action figures on the way. I did actually get a couple other action figures, but did not have a chance to review those. That being, when I was in Alaska, I did pick up a Sergeant Slaughter, G.I. Joe Sergeant Slaughter from a GameStop, which was really cool. I seen him and I was like, I gotta pick him up. Didn't see the price tag, and he's like $30, but he did come with a ton of accessories, so that's cool. And then I even started delving into other lines, and I'm a big Halo 3 fan, and Jazzwares came out with a few of them. They have the UNSC Marines, which I do have another one in box, and I will be reviewing them, and the Rookie that was only $21.99 for the Rookie, couple weapons, and his drop pod, which I think is a heck of a deal. I know the 3 3/4 inch, but those were a couple of the figures that I did pick up while I've been away, and I do expect a couple Halo reviews in the future too. I'm trying to branch out to those. But ladies and gentlemen, this was Kickback. Pretty cool action figure overall. If you did like my content, please like and subscribe. There will be many more action figure reviews in the future, so stay tuned for that, guys. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. Take care.